Faizan says, if someone calls people to virtue and to good deeds, but he himself is not involved in it, is he sinful or not? The answer is no, he's not sinful. If I tell people to pray night prayer and to offer witr every night, and I give a beautiful lecture, but I myself don't pray night prayer, am I sinful? The answer is no. Because night prayer and witr are not mandatory. When would I be sinful? I would be sinful when I ask people to do mandatory things while I'm skipping it, and to refrain from haram things while I'm involved and engaged in it, while they don't know, while I am not remorseful for that. You see, when Allah tells us to do something or to stay away from something, there are 4 things that we must do. 1, to do what Allah tells us to do. 2, to advise people to do these things. 3, to refrain from what is haram. 4, to prohibit and forbid people from falling into that haram. So these 4 things I'm obliged to do. Now, if I'm capable of advising people, Akhi, you have to pray in the masjid. The prayer of the masjid is the difference between a believer and a hypocrite and the reward you're getting. I'm also obliged to go to the masjid myself. But if I fail from going to the masjid, this means I've done 1 out of 2. Now, what is the reason for not doing it? If the reason is because I'm a hypocrite, I just order people to do good while I don't do it, and I tell people not to do haram while I'm engaged in it, then I'm a hypocrite, because I'm happy with doing this, with my role. And this, the hadith of Osama bin Zayd, may Allah be pleased with him and with his father, where the Prophet tells us about a man on the Day of Judgment who goes round and his guts are spilled. So he's going round like in a mill, and people say, whoa, hey dude, what's happening? When we were in dunya, you used to tell us to do good and forbid us from doing bad. So what's cooking? He says, well, I used to tell you to do good and not do it myself. And I used to prohibit you from doing haram and fall in it myself. This falls exactly on a person who does this as a hypocrite, not as a fearful person who asks others, please don't smoke, smoking is bad. Well, he smokes himself, and he's remorseful, regretful, and he doesn't know what to do. He's so weak. This is different. We're talking about someone who's defiant between him and Allah, and he's happy that people think of him as a righteous person, while in depth he is a hypocrite, and Allah knows best.